There were nearly 70-odd passengers on board, nationalities of several countries, several Russian, several from Azerbaijan, several from other countries as well. An investigation has obviously been launched into this. There is a couple of preliminary points which I've been able to pick up on based on data which I've looked at from flight data, from Flight Radar 24. The E190 made impact with the ground at a speed of 211 knots ground speed, which translates to more than 390 kilometers per hour. I've seen the entire video which was available of the final 3-odd minutes of the flight. The pilot, the aircraft was oscillating a bit. It was going up and down. Towards the last stages of the flight, it descended very sharply. It picked up airspeed to a significant extent before the pilot attempted to pull out to flare to reduce the angle of attack going into the landing. Unfortunately, that did not work out, obviously, for whatever the reasons are, and it made impact at a speed of more than 390 kilometers per hour or 211 knots. Now, just by way of information, and this isn't necessarily or isn't likely a cause of the crash, Flight Radar 24 tracks most aircraft around the world, civilian aircraft. They track it through various means. One of those is through a system called ADS-B, which generates data on the exact location of the aircraft. It's based on signals which the aircraft actually, signals from the aircraft. Flight Radar 24 says that this particular aircraft encountered GPS jamming or global positioning system jamming, as a result of which the ADS-B signal was lost to the receivers of Flight Radar 24. So for a large part of the flight, they didn't have a direct fix on the location of the aircraft, but they did pick it up towards the end of the flight, and they were able to record through data the final few moments of the flight, the details of which I have indicated to you. The aircraft did appear to make a few circuits of near the airport or the area where it finally went down, and it then did go down very tragically, and it has resulted in a significant loss of life. In terms of Azerbaijan Airlines, there have been a couple of incidents. In 2005, there was an Antonov AN-140, which is a Russian-built aircraft that crashed shortly after takeoff from Baku. That resulted in the death of 23 people on board. There was an emergency in December. There were earlier concerns as well, but no other crashes I'm aware of. But in terms of the airline itself, it's a major carrier. It's been certified as a 4-star airline by Skytrax. It's 4 out of 5 possible stars. It has a decent quality of service. It is well known, several international operations. It successfully passed an IATA operational safety audit. IATA is the International Aviation Transport Association. So it is regarded to be a major airline. So what exactly happened? Were there factors other than technical factors which caused this? What were those? All of that we will need to wait and find out. But yes, the aircraft was squawking 7700. In other words, they had let out a distress signal. It was emanating a distress signal indicating that there was an emergency, shortly after which the aircraft crashed.
Vishnu, thank you for that detailed information as far as this crash is concerned. Let me also bring in our colleague who's joining us at this moment. Vishal is tracking this story very, very closely, sifting through all the news reports that are coming in at this moment. Vishal, what is the condition of the survivors? Some reports suggest 14 people have survived. Others, in fact, Christina was telling us 27 people have been taken to the hospital. What are we picking up?
So the latest is that more than 25 people seem to have survived this unfortunate crash. As you mentioned, there are other reports that suggest that about 14 have survived. Most of the reports that are coming in at the moment, they say that more than 24 people have survived this crash, which seems to be very surprising, because in a moment like this, in a situation like this, when the aircraft explodes on impact, generally most of the people are dead, because even though air travel is regarded as one of the safest forms of travel, it generally results in a disaster when there is a crash. So that didn't seem to happen this time, luckily, but as nonetheless, it's a tragedy. Right on Christmas Day, people were traveling from Baku to Grozny, which is an autonomous region in Russia. But it was a relatively small travel. It's just 500 kilometers away, the distance. It would have taken about 1 hour 10 minutes for the people to get from Baku to Grozny. But the flight had to be diverted to another location in Kazakhstan, which is also in the neighboring region. So all of that happened because there was some fog issue in the Grozny airport. That's what the authorities are saying at the moment. And the diversion happened, and there was some emergency situation inside the aircraft because, as our experts have been saying, that the aircraft was emanating some distress signal as it approached the airport. So all of that will come into picture when the initial investigation gives out a report. At the moment, we can say that more than 40 people have been confirmed killed, and about 25 seem to have survived. Whether or not the crew survived, that is another question. But at this moment, it is a tragedy that is still unfolding, and we can confirm that more than 40 people have been killed.
Okay, Vishal, stay on with me. Mr. Lazar, may I understand from you, like Vishal was telling us at this moment, that there was some kind of distress signal that was also, in fact, that also emanated from the aircraft. Can it be ruled out that there is any foul play as far as this aircraft is concerned? I mean, because a lot of people, and I'm going through many posts, because Russia is involved in a conflict with Ukraine, a lot of these kind of things also give a lease of life to a lot of conspiracy theories.
Well, Ankit, first of all, I'd just like to say that, Vishnu was bang on. I've read all the reports that Vishnu spoke about, and he was very correct on the GPS-B and the GPS-A trackers by Flight Radar 24. I personally, from the videos, it does not look like any foul play occurred. So I do believe that it's either, something extraneous or a pilot error or some malfunction in the system. We'll have to wait for the investigation. Very interesting. I think Vishal mentioned the number of survivors, as did your colleague from Sputnik, Russian television. If you notice the images of the aircraft has split. I'm barely speculating right now, but I do believe a large number of the survivors that you've seen are probably from that split section, which did not explode completely. You see, there are two parts. You can see one part has exploded and burnt into flames, and the other part has been left behind. So perhaps the survivors that we are seeing, the 25 or the 27 who are now in hospital, are probably from that group. And I pray that, more survive and recover. But I would not like to speculate on whether it was part of the Ukrainian attack or the war. No, it doesn't seem that to me right at this point.
Thank you so much, Mr. Lazar, for joining us at this moment. Also, thanks to Vishal for bringing us the latest on this story. Thanks, Christina, for telling us what is happening there on the ground. Ladies and gentlemen, we'll keep a very close eye on this tragic incident, in fact, coming in on the Christmas day. Moving on now to Chennai, where a shocking report is coming in from the city, where an engineering student was sexually assaulted inside one of the most prestigious universities in the city, the Anna University. The second-year engineering student was sexually assaulted and her male friend was beaten up. Police is still, in fact, looking for two suspects as far as this case is concerned.
The capital of Tamil Nadu, headquarters of Tamil Nadu, is becoming a lawless city. This government has got no control on law and order. We strongly condemn this. This is really shocking. A girl has been gang raped, that too in Chennai. Can't believe it. That is the state of law and order. This government has got no excuse to say anything on this. Shame on this government, shame on the chief minister, shame on the departments. How dare this can happen in Chennai? BJP strongly condemn this. Whoever has done this should be immediately arrested and justice to be done.
Sam, Daniel, my colleague, is joining us with more details on this story. Sam, at this moment, of course, the politics aside, what is the situation as far as the girl is concerned? and where is the police in their investigation?
The police say investigation is underway, Ankit. They are screening all the available CCTV footage from the Anna University campus. We understand they're also interrogating a few suspects, including some of her classmates and her male friend who was allegedly beaten up before the young woman was sexually assaulted on campus. And police say in a few hours there could be some kind of a breakthrough in terms of identifying who could be the alleged perpetrator. At the moment, there is no clarity if the perpetrators are from the campus, students or staff or workers there, or are they from outside. And this has certainly raised several questions in terms of concerns over women's safety. This has happened on a campus that's very prestigious, one of the premier institutions in the city, the heart of Chennai, and already the leader of opposition, Edapadi Palaniswamy, has raised concerns saying this is a clear sign of declining law and order, as he calls it, and the BJP state chief Annamalai too has said there is no sense of fear, and this has taken the state to a dark period, as he calls it. But in terms of the investigation, the police expect some kind of a breakthrough by this evening. This has allegedly happened on the 23rd, and the young student had reported the next day, that's yesterday, based on which a case of sexual assault has been registered, and no formal arrest as we speak now, but police expect a quick breakthrough.
Right, so police is hoping that there will be some sort of a breakthrough soon, but you know, Sam, it also raises questions not only just on the university, because of course the campuses have their own security system, their guards, so on and so forth, but also in a sense, the question mark on the policing, the fear of law as far as Chennai is concerned.
That's what the opposition has been time and again alleging, that one thing is on the way the police act after a crime has been committed, but it's another thing that generally among the antisocials or those who violate law, there is very little sense of fear either over the police or over the law. That's something the opposition has been saying, but this has been denied by the state police. They cite data saying that the crime rate in the state has been declining. But when incidents like this happen, particularly incidents of sexual assault of women, certainly it shakes up the confidence people have on the police, and it takes a long time for them to repose that kind of a trust. And they hope that there will be a quick, impartial investigation, and whoever are the perpetrators, they will be brought to book. Police say the woman student is doing fine. Whether they have subjected her to the medical examination mandatory, at the moment there is no clarity, but we expect a formal response very soon.
Thank you so much for joining us with all those details, Sam. Daniel, in fact, reporting on this story. Let me very quickly go across to this breaking news which is coming in at this moment. There is a key NDA coordination meeting at the BJP chief JP Nadda's residence. In fact, we are getting you the inside scoop of what happened in this NDA huddle. On the Ambedkar controversy, that remained a big talking point between all the alliance partners. In fact, coordination between the allies was also discussed. Home Minister Amit Shah, JP Nadda addressed the meeting and discussed joint efforts to counter the opposition, which is in fact quite aggressive as far as the BJP is concerned, attacking the government and the BJP specifically on the Ambedkar issue. Let me bring in my colleague Vasudha Venugopal, who is joining us with more details on this. Vasudha, important meeting, and you've got us some key details of what is happening inside. It also underlines the fact that the BJP wants the allies to step up their efforts in countering the opposition's attack, specifically on the Ambedkar issue.
That's right, Ankit, and I come to you from right outside JP Nadda's residence. JP Nadda is the BJP president, and just a short while ago, this very important meeting of NDA leaders got over. In fact, Chandrababu Naidu, the most important constituent of NDA with 16 MPs, was among the last to leave. He, along with the party leader, Aalu, and of course, Ramo Naidu, Civil Aviation Minister, were among the last to leave. But of course, this meeting saw all important NDA parties taking part. Eknath Shinde, the former Chief Minister and presently Deputy Chief Minister of Maharashtra, could not make it. But of course, he sent Pratap Rao Jadhav, Senior Minister. He also, Jiten Ram Manjhi, Lalan Singh, Anupriya Patel, H.D. Kumaraswamy, several people were there. And Nitish Kumar could not make it, but Lalan Singh was there in his place. But the most important thing in this meeting was the central figure was, of course, Amit Shah, and he spoke the most is what we hear. JP Nadda was also there. He also spoke. And the primary, the central point, the pivotal point of this meeting was to ensure effective, seamless coordination amongst all NDA partners when it comes to ensuring that the narrative of the NDA is taken to the ground, and the opposition's, allegations on Amit Shah and on the BJP that they are anti-Dalit, or for that matter, they've not worked for the empowerment of Dalits, does not take shape on ground. The BJP and the NDA wants to ensure that all MPs work as NDA MPs, and they want them to counter the opposition's allegations, opposition's narrative on caste, Ambedkar and social justice very effectively on ground, which is why there's already a committee in place. There'll be more MPs there, and there will be in some ways some sense of monitoring that everybody is on the same page when it comes to narratives that are taken on the ground, and also when it comes to central schemes, specifically for deprived sections of the society. All NDA allies will have to work in tandem with each other to ensure that people on ground feel that the government, the central government and the NDA government, the state government is working for them, and there is no discrimination of any kind. In fact, in the last few days, NDA allies have come out in support of Amit Shah. In fact, Chandrababu Naidu in the last 2-3 days has also spoken about how he also used to be seen, called as anti-farmer by opposition in Andhra Pradesh, which is a complete lie. And he says that he has been a victim of manipulated statements, of twisted narratives, and this is something that everyone needs to watch out for. The allies are completely with NDA, with Amit Shah on this, and this meeting was only to strengthen that support and ensure that all NDA allies speak in one voice, especially to the people of the country with regard to caste and Ambedkar.
Thank you so much, Vasudha, for joining us with those details coming in from this key meeting of the NDA, which is taking place at JP Nadda's residence. Moving on, in an unprecedented move, two Delhi departments, which are under the government of Delhi, have released public notices saying the welfare scheme launched by Aam Aadmi Party have not been notified by the government and are non-existent. Senior officers in Delhi government have released a public notice and disowned the registration process started by Chief Minister Ratishi and former Delhi Chief Minister Arvind Kejriwal for two schemes announced by the ruling Aam Aadmi Party in the national capital. The Department of Women and Child Development, in a public notice in newspapers, has said the Mukhyamantri Mahila Samman Yojana does not exist and has not been approved by the Delhi government. It has urged citizens to refrain from sharing personal information with individuals or groups claiming association with this fake scheme, as it could result in identity theft and financial fraud. Similarly, the Health and Family Welfare Department has also debunked claims about a non-existent Sanjeevani Yojana, which allegedly promises free health care for residents over 60 years in the national capital. The notice advises the people of Delhi to be cautious and not to be misled by fraudulent claims about free medical services. The latest flashpoint, which comes weeks ahead of the Delhi Assembly polls, sparked a slugfest between the BJP and the Aam Aadmi Party.
तो जाहिर तौर पे ये चुनावी घोषणा है, चुनावी घोषणा के बेसिस पे जनता को भरोसा है, तो जनता को भरोसा है, जनता रजिस्टर कर रही है। जो लोग रजिस्टर कर रहे हैं उन लोगों को चुनाव के बाद हम अपने ये वाली वो दिलाएंगे, उनको ये बेनिफिट दिलाएंगे। इनका पूरा मकसद है कि जनता को 2100 रुपए की योजना का बेनिफिट ना मिले। इनका पूरा मकसद है कि जनता को संजीवनी योजना का बेनिफिट ना मिले।
सर, आज जो पब्लिक नोटिसेस जो इशू हुए थे मुख्यमंत्री महिला सम्मान योजना और फिर संजीवनी योजना के बाद, अब अरविंद केजरीवाल ने बोला है कि ये झूठ है और फिर जो ऑफिसर्स हैं उन पे कार्रवाई भी की जाए।
अरविंद केजरीवाल को चाहिए कि जब ये बोल रहे थे कि वो झूठ है, तो उनको आतिशी मार लेना को भी साथ में कटघरे में खड़ा करना चाहिए। दिल्ली में सरकार आम आदमी पार्टी की है, मुख्यमंत्री आतिशी मार लेना, मुख्यमंत्री अरविंद केजरीवाल पूर्व मुख्यमंत्री उस पार्टी के संयोजक हैं। अरविंद केजरीवाल जाके कहते हैं कि हम ये महिला सम्मान, मुख्यमंत्री महिला सम्मान योजना करेंगे, संजीवनी करेंगे, और आतिशी मार लेना की सरकार एक विज्ञापन निकालती है कि जो भी व्यक्ति इस तरह की घोषणाएं कर रहा है वो दिल्ली की जनता के साथ धोखाधड़ी कर रहा है। इसका मतलब अरविंद केजरीवाल धोखाधड़ी कर रहा है, तो इसका जवाब तो आतिशी मार लेने को देना है। अगर उस योजना को कानूनी प्रावधान नहीं दिया गया, उस योजना को कैबिनेट में अप्रूवल नहीं मिली, उस पर कोई डिस्कशन नहीं जो वो विज्ञापन बताता है, तो फिर ऐसा झूठ बोलने का पाप अरविंद केजरीवाल दिल्ली की जनता के साथ क्यों कर रहे हैं, उसका स्पष्टीकरण दे।
सर, आज अरविंद केजरीवाल ने ये भी कहा कि कॉन्स्पिरेसी के तहत अब बीजेपी जो है आतिशी को अरेस्ट करवाना चाहती है। इसे अब
मैंने अभी बताया कि अरविंद केजरीवाल भविष्यवक्ता है, वो घोषणा करते हैं मनीष सिसोदिया गिरफ्तार होंगे, वो हो जाते हैं, ओहो। फिर वो कहते हैं सत्येंद्र जैन जेल जाएंगे, वो भी चले जाते हैं। फिर वो अपने लिए कहते हैं, वो भी चले जाते हैं। अब अगर वो आतिशी के लिए कह रहे हैं तो इसका मतलब अरविंद केजरीवाल के पास कुछ ऐसे कागजात हैं जिससे वो आतिशी को जेल भेजना चाहते हैं, और वो आतिशी को डरा रहे हैं कि इस योजना को बंद मत करो, ये विज्ञापन निकाल के तुमने ठीक नहीं किया है। तो अगर अरविंद केजरीवाल खुद अपनी एक महिला मुख्यमंत्री को जेल भेजना चाहते हैं तो ये उनका अपना निर्णय है।
Ishika joins us with more details on this story. It's a battle that gloves are off in this battle, Ishika. Government officials going against their own government.
Well, yes, certainly, and that is what, the opposition also now attacking Arvind Kejriwal and the Delhi Chief Minister Atashi on. You just heard, the Delhi BJP president saying that if Arvind Kejriwal is calling it a lie, then it is Chief Minister Atashi who has to answer, because these are the departments under the Delhi government who have issued these public notices and have said that, these two schemes have not been notified yet by the government. So the registrations, that is being done has no authority from the government side. And also, in fact, in these public notices that have been issued, it has been said that the people should, in fact, be cautious to share their personal information, and the department will not be responsible for any liabilities in such a situation where it can lead to a fraud. So certainly here now, over that, we have also heard the Aam Aadmi Party national convener also reacting to this, saying that the BJP is frustrated, and also said that, these are all lies, and also in fact said that whichever officer has in fact issued these public notices, action will be taken. He has in fact said this today while he was with the Chief Minister Atashi. So it remains to be seen how it will pan out in the coming days. But certainly, since it is the election season, it is going to, it is only going to snowball. But apart from that also, we are seeing that these two schemes basically were the two big poll promises that were made by the Aam Aadmi Party. And we saw it was the top leaders of the Aam Aadmi Party, Arvind Kejriwal, Manish Sisodia, Atashi, who themselves had went, in fact, to start this doorstep registration. So it is also in a way an embarrassing moment also for the government. Remains to be seen how it will pan out in the coming days. Over to you.
Thank you so much for joining us with all those details at this moment. Ishika reporting on this big battle between the government of Delhi and the Aam Aadmi Party. Now, the battle for Delhi, in fact, the Congress is also hitting out at both the Aam Aadmi Party and the BJP. The Congress is trying to make this a triangular contest. Delhi Congress has released a white paper, and Congress has hit out at both the Aam Aadmi Party and the BJP. The Congress has released a booklet against Aam Aadmi Party and the BJP, and has said that the people of Delhi have been betrayed by both the centre and the government in the state.
जैसा कि आप जानते हैं कि दिल्ली में आम आदमी पार्टी की सरकार पिछले 11 सालों से है, और इसी प्रकार से 2013 से दिल्ली में जो केंद्र सरकार है वो भारतीय जनता पार्टी की है। दिल्ली की जनता को बहुत उम्मीदें थी, और बहुत उम्मीद के साथ इन दोनों सरकार को जहां चुनने का काम दिल्ली की जनता ने किया था, आज 11 साल के बीतने के बाद अगर दिल्ली की जनता कुछ महसूस करती है तो सिर्फ और सिर्फ उनको वादों के अलावा अगर कुछ मिला है तो वो धोखा मिला है.
Short break at this moment. News and updates will continue here on NDTV. Stay tuned.
Hello, Moto.
Motorola Edge 50 Pro, world's first AI-powered pro-grade camera.
In today's interconnected world, India's voice is more crucial than ever. When India speaks, the world listens. At NDTV World, we are that voice, bringing you intelligent and insightful news from India and beyond. From geopolitics and diplomacy to economic shifts, migrations, tech disruptions, and the stories of our diaspora. We cover the news that shapes our global future. NDTV World, your new home for global news is here.
I've been reporting on all issues, big and small, from Andhra Pradesh, Telangana, rest of South India, bringing you all the action, all that you need to know, all that you want to know.
The energy of Maximum City is infectious. I bring in that energy in our news coverage from financial capital Mumbai.
Covering from the southernmost part of India over the last 23 years, I bring in-depth and 360-degree coverage from the Dravidian heartland.
The land of Mishti is also known for its bitter politics. I have seen much water flow under the Howrah Bridge, covering Bengal in all its vivid colors.
Mahakumbh, the festival of faith, the world's biggest spiritual festival, the divine dip at the spiritual Sangam, a sacred confluence of faith, culture and heritage. NDTV's mega coverage of the Mega Fest. NDTV at Mahakumbh 2025.
NDTV proudly upholds its legacy of trust and credibility. According to the prestigious Reuters Institute's Digital News Report 2024, NDTV is the top-most news platform in the country. Number one in both online and offline reach in India. Beating all its competition, NDTV stands for trust.
New day, new show, a new experience. Start your day with the news, not views.
We bring you stories that matter
and impact your lives.
News that informs and keeps you ahead. From Maximum City, Mumbai,
to the seat of governance, Delhi,
NDTV brings to you the best breakfast show. The breakfast show only on NDTV 24/7 every morning at 8 a.m.
We are able to maintain the democratic fabric and the democratic system.
I want to do something that can make a difference.
लगातार जनता की आवाज को सरकार तक पहुंचाने का काम मैं करता हूं.
I was a student up until very recently. I really want to work and do something for my people because they have given me this opportunity. They have elected me.
सोचा नहीं था कि राज्यसभा सांसद बनूंगी.
Mahakumbh, the festival of faith, the world's biggest spiritual festival, the divine dip at the spiritual Sangam, a sacred confluence of faith, culture, and heritage. NDTV's mega coverage of the Mega Fest. NDTV at Mahakumbh 2025.
NDTV shines with 38 prestigious wins at the News Television Awards 2024. Powerful journalism to cutting-edge digital innovation, production excellence to regional leadership. NDTV sets the benchmark. 38 awards, each a testament to your trust in NDTV. NDTV stands for trust. In today's interconnected world, India's voice is more crucial than ever. When India speaks, the world listens. At NDTV World, we are that voice, bringing you intelligent and insightful news from India and beyond. From geopolitics and diplomacy to economic shifts, migrations, tech disruptions, and the stories of our diaspora. We cover the news that shapes our global future. NDTV World, your new home for global news is here.
I've been reporting on all issues big and small from Andhra Pradesh, Telangana, rest of South India, bringing you all the action, all that you need to know, all that you want to know.
The energy of Maximum City is infectious. I bring in that energy in our news coverage from financial capital Mumbai.
Covering from the southernmost part of India over the last 23 years, I bring in-depth and 360-degree coverage from the Dravidian heartland.
The land of Mishti is also known for its bitter politics. I have seen much water flow under the Howrah Bridge, covering Bengal in all its vivid colors.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Prime Minister Narendra Modi's infra push, in fact, but before this story, let's quickly go across at this moment to Hyderabad, where Aalu Arjun's father is speaking. The actor who has been in the eye of the storm is speaking at this moment.
Still louder?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, sir.
Namaste to everyone attended here and whoever is seeing it. So, in the unfortunate incident, other than losing mother, this boy Teja has been recovering in the hospital. We are very much pleased to know, after reaching hospital and speaking to doctors, that the boy Teja is recovering, and all the days he has been on ventilator, and ventilator is also being removed and he is breathing himself, and doctors are very positive about his recovery. I wish that the boy very soon will come and walk along with us in the society is our belief and prayer. Other than this, to support the family and the boy, and after coming out for his future, all this we thought we should support him with an amount of 2 crores of rupees. That is, when it goes to details, it is 1 crore given by Mr. Aalu Arjun, and 50 lakhs are given by my 3 movie makers, the producers, and 50 lakhs given by our director Sukumar, and all put together around 2 crores being handed over to Dilraju Garu, the FDC chairman Dilraju Garu, and requested him to convey it to the family and advise them rest of the things. So he has taken that duty
and we are thankful to him to be in between that family and ourselves, because I have some legal instructions and not to interact with the family members unless there is a legal clearance from them. So I requested FDC Chairman Rajgaru to take this task further. Thank you very much. With the permission, with the legal permission and police permission and government permission, once I visited the boy about probably 10 days back, and by that time he was recovering, but he was on ventilation that time. Rajgar.
Namaskaram.
My colleague Uma Sudhir is with us on the phone line on this. Uma, now, after the initial help, if I'm not mistaken, of 25 lakh rupees, now the family of the actor, also the director and the producer of the movie coming forward with more help as far as the victims are concerned.
Indeed, this is something that has been demanded by everyone, including the government and the director, the producer and the actor coming together and now announcing that they will be together giving 2 crore rupees to the family of Sri Tej, actually to help Sri Tej and the family recover from this kind of situation that they are in after the tragic death of Revati, the mother of Sri Tej, on the 4th of December, and Sri Tej has been in the ICU at hospital for the last 3 weeks. So now, because there would be legal complications with the family directly being approached by the actor or by the director or by the producer of the film, because the father has been the initial complainant in this case as well. So they have taken legal advice, and subsequently Dil Raju, who is also a very prominent film personality and who is now heading the Film Development Corporation, he had in fact said that the film fraternity is going to stand by the family, and he had asked whoever was wanting to come forward to voluntarily donate, and it is through that route that now Aalu Arjun has donated 1 crore rupees, director Sukumar 50 lakh rupees, and Maitri Movies, who are the producers of this film, another 50 lakh rupees, and all three, in fact, have been named as accused in that particular FIR, in which Aalu Arjun has been charged now under culpable homicide not amounting to murder and voluntarily causing hurt.
Right, Uma, stay on with me. Let me also bring in Tanushka, our colleague, who's with us at this moment from Hyderabad, where this press conference is indeed taking place. Tanushka, the father, in fact, came out. He also spoke about the condition of the boy. What is the latest as far as the boy is concerned?
Right, exactly. I'm currently at the hospital wherein Aalu Arjun's father, Aalu Arvind, gave in just a press conference wherein he just said that this 2 crore fund, trust fund is being, put into place for this 8-year-old boy who was injured. This is the room wherein the press conference was ongoing, and what we know is that exactly mentioned earlier as well, that 2 crore rupees fund, trust fund is being put into place for this 8-year-old boy. His condition is improving at this point. Let us see if we can try and talk to Mr. Arvind here. And
I heard the boy is recovering well, and doctors are very satisfied about his recovery. Previously, he was on ventilation. In the last few days, he has come out of ventilation and he is breathing himself. And doctors say that's a very good sign, and he is going to recover fast, and I wish very soon he should be walking along with us. Thank you very much.
You have made an announcement given by the Congress that his movie... All right, so that was Mr. Arvind, Aalu Arjun's father, who's announced this 2 crore fund and looking into, of course, the health and for support to this 8-year-old boy who was injured at the stampede at Sandhya Theatre. Back to studio.
Thank you so much for joining us with all those details at this moment. Tanushka reporting from Hyderabad on this story. With that, we're slipping into a short break. News and updates will continue here on NDTV. Stay tuned.
NDTV proudly upholds its legacy of trust and credibility. According to the prestigious Reuters Institute's Digital News Report 2024, NDTV is the top-most news platform in the country. Number one in both online and offline reach in India. Beating all its competition, NDTV stands for trust.
New day, new show, a new experience.
Start your day with the news, not views.
We bring you stories that matter
and impact your lives.
News that informs and keeps you ahead.
From Maximum City, Mumbai,
to the seat of governance, Delhi,
NDTV brings to you the best breakfast show. The breakfast show only on NDTV 24/7 every morning at 8 a.m.
We are able to maintain the democratic fabric and the democratic system.
I want to do something that can make a difference.
लगातार जनता की आवाज को सरकार तक पहुंचाने का काम मैं करता हूं.
I was a student up until very recently. I really want to work and do something for my people because they have given me this opportunity. They have elected me.
सोचा नहीं था कि राज्यसभा सांसद बनूंगी.
Mahakumbh, the festival of faith, the world's biggest spiritual festival, the divine dip and the spiritual sangam, a sacred confluence of faith, culture and heritage. NDTV's mega coverage of the Mega Fest. NDTV at Mahakumbh 2025.
NDTV shines with 38 prestigious wins at the News Television Awards 2024. Powerful journalism to cutting-edge digital innovation, production excellence to regional leadership. NDTV sets the benchmark. 38 awards, each a testament to your trust in NDTV. NDTV stands for trust. In today's interconnected world, India's voice is more crucial than ever. When India speaks, the world listens. At NDTV World, we are that voice, bringing you intelligent and insightful news from India and beyond. From geopolitics and diplomacy to economic shifts, migrations, tech disruptions, and the stories of our diaspora. We cover the news that shapes our global future. NDTV World, your new home for global news is here.
I've been reporting on all issues big and small from Andhra Pradesh, Telangana, rest of South India, bringing you all the action, all that you need to know, all that you want to know.
The energy of Maximum City is infectious. I bring in that energy in our news coverage from financial capital Mumbai.
Covering from the southernmost part of India over the last 23 years, I bring in-depth and 360-degree coverage from the Dravidian heartland.
The land of Mishti is also known for its bitter politics. I have seen much water flow under the Howrah Bridge, covering Bengal in all its vivid colors.
Mahakumbh, the festival of faith, the world's biggest spiritual festival, the divine dip and the spiritual sangam, a sacred confluence of faith, culture and heritage. NDTV's mega coverage of the Mega Fest. NDTV at Mahakumbh 2025.
NDTV proudly upholds its legacy of trust and credibility. According to the prestigious Reuters Institute's Digital News Report 2024, NDTV is the topmost news platform in the country. Number 1 in both online and offline reach in India. Beating all its competition, NDTV stands for trust.
New day, new show, a new experience.
Start your day with the news, not views.
We bring you stories that matter
and impact your lives.
News that informs and keeps you ahead.
From Maximum City, Mumbai,
to the seat of governance, Delhi,
NDTV brings to you the best breakfast show.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, and let's quickly, in fact, go across to this news, which is at this moment, in fact, coming from the enforcement on the Enforcement Directorate from the top court. In a significant order, the Supreme Court has restrained the Enforcement Directorate from accessing and copying content for electronic devices seized during the searches conducted by lottery king Santiago Martin, his relatives and employees in November. The Supreme Court will now hear the plea along with the NewsClick case, which has also sought guidelines from the Supreme Court on the seizure of electronic devices by the police. The searches on Santiago Martin were conducted by the Enforcement Directorate in 22 places in 6 states following a complaint by the Meghalaya police. Short break at this moment. News and updates on the other side. Stay tuned.
We are able to maintain the democratic fabric and the democratic system.
I want to do something that can make a difference.
लगातार जनता की आवाज को सरकार तक पहुंचाने का काम मैं करता हूं.
I was a student up until very recently. I really want to work and do something for my people because they have given me this opportunity. They have elected me.
सोचा नहीं था कि राज्यसभा सांसद बनूंगी.
Mahakumbh, the festival of faith, the world's biggest spiritual festival, the divine dip and the spiritual sangam, a sacred confluence of faith, culture and heritage. NDTV's mega coverage of the Mega Fest. NDTV at Mahakumbh 2025.
NDTV shines with 38 prestigious wins at the News Television Awards 2024. Powerful journalism to cutting-edge digital innovation, production excellence to regional leadership. NDTV sets the benchmark. 38 awards, each a testament to your trust in NDTV. NDTV stands for trust. In today's interconnected world, India's voice is more crucial than ever. When India speaks, the world listens. At NDTV World, we are that voice, bringing you intelligent and insightful news from India and beyond. From geopolitics and diplomacy to economic shifts, migrations, tech disruptions, and the stories of our diaspora. We cover the news that shapes our global future. NDTV World, your new home for global news is here.
I've been reporting on all issues big and small from Andhra Pradesh, Telangana, rest of South India, bringing you all the action, all that you need to know, all that you want to know.
The energy of Maximum City is infectious. I bring in that energy in our news coverage from financial capital Mumbai.
Covering from the southernmost part of India over the last 23 years, I bring in-depth and 360-degree coverage from the Dravidian heartland.
The land of Mishti is also known for its bitter politics. I have seen much water flow under the Howrah Bridge, covering Bengal in all its vivid colors.
Mahakumbh, the festival of faith, the world's biggest spiritual festival, the divine dip and the spiritual sangam, a sacred confluence of faith, culture and heritage. NDTV's mega coverage of the Mega Fest. NDTV at Mahakumbh 2025.